Movement number 4. Dragon seeks path. Dragon whips his tail.
Yo, my man, why you got on that purse, huh?
Purse? I'm the big dilf. Don't do that. $100 Patron in the bid act, you heard? Get your money up, not your funny up.
Glizzy, hella, Anyways, yeah, it's the MUNFU podcast, and we out here, we back, Glizzy gang, bow.
And we back, and we back, and we back. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting the MUNFU podcast. Shout out to everybody who tunes in every episode, every time. Watch every time. And watch every time.
Go get you a hoodie, man. Go get you a hoodie or t-shirt.
We got the pink MUNFU podcast hoodies coming. We've had a little technical difficulty with those, but we'll get them by the end of this week. They should be up and popping.
It's the end of the week, but yeah, early to next week.
It's the end of next week.
Yeah. Facts. Yo, so what we talking about, son? What we talking about? Talk about that Joe Budden shit?
Yeah, of course, nigga. Of course we're gonna talk about that Joe Budden shit. But so we've been talking about this whole situation, and the new thing is the new my bad. I'm like I got a weird text, and then I'm thrown off now. But so Joe Budden-CyHi, the Prynce, have been. Well, CyHi has said he's wanted to battle Joe. A long list of people who's been coming at Joe's neck. I think it's people coming at his neck now just to show that he is not about it. And I think he thinks like leaning into the not about itness, makes him like exempt of not being a hypocrite or look like a puss. So CyHi comes out and says he would battle Joe for $500,000. Joe goes on his podcast and goes, I'm not going to battle Joe, the Prynce, blah, 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 blah. And the reason why, one of the many reasons he said he wouldn't do it, and none of them are very good reasons, but was that, everybody always says they have the money, but nobody ever shows up the money. Back in the day, that's what people used to do all the time. They would talk, but never show up with the money. So then even Mal and Rory, his co-hosts, were like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because, they could be wasting your time. Who has just $500,000? They're even like, Rory, Mal was making a thing of like, yo, if you got $500,000 to bet, you better have $500,000. You better have at least, $2 million. But they're just like roasting him type shit, right? Yeah. But then they even say, but if he comes with the money and you turn down the fade, you are the ultimate puss. And he agreed. He agreed. He co-signed. He says, he even hit the...
Hold on. He agreed for that moment, but yeah, I feel you.
He goes, yeah, of course. He made him, because that's what... I could get into another hour-long bag about that, but Joe Budden's argument style would be so trash. Because he never thought CyHi would have the ability to just come up with that money.
That's a fact.
So then CyHi must have heard it, doubles down and says, not only do I have the $500,000, but we can get sponsors so we can get paid on some URL smack tip. So no matter who wins or loses gets paid.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So then they go back to the podcast. So then Rory and Mar's like, well, yeah, right?
Right.
Duh, the money's there. There might even be more of a bag. You know what Joe says now? He says, how dare CyHi challenge me now when he knows I don't have the time? This is my first critique. Why was time not a factor
2 days
when
ago?
You first said that? Huh?
Facts. 2 days ago.
Well, yeah, why was it just, give him money? He literally said he would drop everything he's doing. He literally was making it seem like, if he had a 500, what would I look like not going at him and battling him?
Right.
And then he goes, the thing about the podcast episode is he was copping please the entire episode. Reach Armstrong, because that wasn't even the only thing he said. Every time they'd go on a topic, he'd be like the top like Triple H Vitasi and be like, see, that's why I don't like CyHi. because we should be not beefing right now. Like, literally, he'd find a way to tie it back. And he's like, bro, I clearly know this is psychologically messing you up right now. You are being shown to be not the person you said you were, and you think that person doesn't rap? No. That means the person you were after that. That means the person you were in everyday struggle. That means the person that held a certain bar or criteria over people to behave a certain way in rap, and now where you think that you aren't rapping, but you can still speak on rappers, man, get that whole thing the f*** out of here.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I don't know, son.
Joe
Budden, is like top 3 biggest hypocrites of all. No, he's like definitely the most hypocritical Negro.
He's definitely a dying hippopotamus.
No, I lied. I don't know. Him or Kevin Gates are definitely like tied neck and neck because they both.
Because Kevin Gates be on some funny troll. It really doesn't harm anybody stuff. He's not really going at other people. Like Kevin Gates didn't
that's true. That's true.
People who smoke smoke weed and drink lean are losers. Then go on a big passionate tirade with veins are bulging out of his neck. He's just trolling him. He's just trolling us like, I don't smoke weed, but he really smokes weed. Okay.
No, Joe Budden.
But Joe Budden will attack will attack people for the same shit he does.
But, like, in the same breath, though. It's not even like he does that and, like, subconsciously a couple months later kind of does the same thing. Like, in the same podcast, he'll have a completely different... He's definitely the king of not the same energy.
Like, what I can't stand, though, is I like Rory and Maul, but they be letting him get away with some weirdo stuff sometimes. Like, some weirdo...
I think they're scared. They kind of seem like they walk on eggshells a little bit.
I don't think...
Not Maul as much, but Rory seems like he walks on eggshells as much.
I don't know. I don't think so, because I watch that shit every time it drops. It's not really like that, believe it or not. It's a lot more like...
They're not like they walk on eggshells, but they walk on eggshells, but this is how Rory talks. This is how Rory talks. He'll be like, yeah, so that Venom song, I really like it, but and then he kind of like lingers and like waits for somebody to say something, and then that's how he takes how he's gonna finish that statement. That's what I get from that.
I gotta disagree with you on that. Them dudes is not like Rory. He definitely gets comments all the time where people say he's too sensitive. Because he's always jumping on people. I don't think that's like that. They're not afraid.
Maybe not all the time, I guess, but he definitely does. Like, I feel like he waits for Joe Budden.
They're definitely not afraid of Joe. Like, I've definitely had episodes where I feel like, oh yeah, Rory came today. Like, he must have been angry at Joe before this, but he came to unload a clip on Joe. Like, literally, they're always arguing. So I wouldn't say that.
But arguing and letting that nigga get away with things are like way different things. Like, they be letting that nigga get away with way too much.
If Joe Budden does something to them, they yop his head off, right? Like, without any remorse. I've seen them say like how his rap career was trash.
Yeah.
Nobody was showing. I've seen them dog him for some nigga, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, no, I definitely have seen that. Yeah.
But I feel like when they feel like it's an outside force, then they just agree with whatever he says. And I understand that as a friendship thing. But y'all gotta understand that you guys are on a thing. So here's my thing, right? I would never allow you to be that wrong if we're doing a podcast. If me and you just talking, whatever, I like to be politically incorrect, but for instance, if you're Joe and we had the MUNFU podcast, and you after Eminem says that, and your response is, I've been better than Eminem, nigga. I'm gonna look at you like this, like. Word, my nigga. I'm not gonna let you get it. People act like that's why I hate that blind loyalty, because people act like you can't check it. You don't gotta be disrespectful when you let a nigga know that you're making an ass of yourself right now. You know what I'm saying? People think it's one or the other. Like, I gotta be on his dick or I gotta be fighting with this nigga.
Well, and there's nothing wrong with being wrong, like, in that situation either, because especially when, they're doing recording and shit for a podcast, like, obviously that's why there's other people there to, like, cross-check his opinion and shit like that, but it's just one thing when just people just get to sucking dick like that, and that shit is just mad annoying. Like, you gotta just tell a nigga, like, nah, son, like, But they did though. I will say that they did do that. I guess. I mean, they told Joe Budden that he should respond. I mean, nobody didn't call Joe Budden a pussy for not responding to Eminem. Everybody thought he was pussy for not responding to Eminem.
He's the only one who doesn't think he is, because somehow in his head that makes sense. But I'm gonna keep it a buck. I know he agrees. He thinks what most people think. He thinks the same way. Because if this was him and he was reporting on it about somebody else, he would be on the rest of the people's side saying the same thing. Yeah. And the messed up part is you literally, that's not even a like hyperbole. You literally can go back. I guess all the Everyday Struggle episodes where he was on a down, but
wait, what do you mean?
They took down all the episodes of Everyday Struggle that Joe was on.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I only knew that because he said that on his podcast. So when they did it, I was like,
that's kind of corny. That's terrible.
No, Joe Budden liked that. He wanted that.
Oh, really? Why would he want that, though?
Because they're still making money off his likeness.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Okay. I didn't know, like, what his contract... I mean, that makes sense then, yeah, if he doesn't want to...
It'll be like double back and then me being like, yo, take down all the MUNFUs with me. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because, if he just tried not to make them have... which makes sense. I agree with him on that because fuck Complex. F them. Oops. Whatever. We're too deep into the video there, man.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know, son. Joe Budden is the king. He's definitely the god tier ducker. I ain't never seen a nigga duck a nigga like this nigga, boy. That's weird.
My son is taking ducking niggas to a whole other art form.
It's just like, why is CyHi so confident?
Neo from the Matrix with it.
Why is CyHi so confident though? Like on the flip side of that, why is CyHi? What does CyHi know about Joe Budden?
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, as long as CyHi, and I said last episode, as long as CyHi don't come how he look, you know what I'm saying? As long as CyHi rap like he raps on Huey. As long as he raps on like he did on Mandela, like as long as he's rapping like that, you're not gonna know he looked like. I'm telling you, and there's so much to get on for Joe Budden. I'm telling you, there's too much material for that nigga. There's too much material for that.
You definitely Joe Budden. Yeah, I mean, I said at first I think that Joe Budden would win just because of the experience that he has with battling, like in the sense of. He had one major battle on a major platform, and that I think he learned a lot from that because of the way that he felt about it. I don't think he'll ever make the same mistakes he did the first time, but with the ammo that CyHi could have on Joe Budden is like, I mean, CyHi could have had these bars written for Joe Budden years ago. You know what I mean?
What I'm telling you is Joe is not going to do this. I don't think Joe's confident in his pen because all Joe's been doing is selling wolf tickets. I've been better than you, am. Just selling wolf tickets. That's all he's been doing, and every time he gets called out on it, it's time to now have a reason. Like, bro, just stop it. Like I said before, if you are knowing you're gonna duck, stop telling people you're better than them.
Yeah, that's
stop telling people that you'll tear their ass up, you'll light their ass up. You got a 16 because every episode you seem to have somebody that you would tear their ass up. But then every episode, you also have an excuse why you're not tearing up the people who are coming at you. So sit down, bro. Man. And that's a bar. You can clip that and send that to that nigga.
Listen, all I'm saying is, bro, Joe Budden got to stop. He got to learn that, you just got to kind of stand. You got to kind of stand on your word. You got to kind of have a backbone. Like, at least pretend. Like, at least fake it. You know what I mean? Like...
Or if you're not going to have a backbone, my nigga, then don't hold people so high up on having a backbone. Yes. Do not then be the judge, jury, and executioner of those who have a backbone. Do not have your commentating lean towards a slant of, I have a backbone, I'm in this game, I know this, I put in the hours type shit. Don't do that, bro. Listen. Just don't hold people, then don't get mad when everybody's friends, everybody's kumbaya. I remember old podcasts where he was talking about how that was corny and stuff like that. So
but that's what I'm saying though. Nothing Joe Budden does lasts. It's like Joe Budden has amnesia to the third degree, bro. This nigga says something and forgets what he's talking about by the end of the sentence, and then he's already contradicting himself. And it's like, have you been watching the State of the Culture shits?
Hell no.
Nah, I haven't either.
Hell. Hell no.
Hell
no.
no. Nah, I did.
Never seen nothing past Remy Ma calling him puss. I haven't seen a clip. Right when I clicked on
that shit's a dub. I bet you that shit's a total dub.
It feel like it.
Yeah, it feels like that shit don't have a lot of time left.
Like, I just don't get what's the point of, like, I get too much Joe Budden content. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I get 2 podcasts already, my nigga.
I kind of don't like having a Saturday podcast either. I'm not gonna lie.
Me neither, really.
Like, I listened to the first one, and after that, I was like, man, I don't know if I could do this twice a week, bro. Damn, you froze? Yo, MUNFU.